Mp20 boys, I'm looking forward to this. Got Dan and Matt on camera down here as well.
Boy.
Always love a Mizuno release irons. Is this going to be massively different to other ones? I'm hoping it isn't.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat, I want true numbers, I want true feel, I want it to look and feel like a Mizuno. Let's test it. Right, 170 yards out, 6-iron to start. When I put it down by the ball, yes, yes, and yes.
Yes.
Next to no offset. Very thin top line. You get the grey face of the chrome on the outside. You get the little sliver muscle barring. Did I use MP18s? I think I did, didn't I?
Yeah. You had Mizuno blades at one point.
I think it was the 5s. I might have missed the 18s, but I mean, this is just... What I like about a Mizuno blade is it's kind of squat and nice, but it's not tiny. They give you a lot of face. It's quite clever. It doesn't look as long and big as others, but there's plenty of a face down there for a blade, which is lovely. Oh, I bet I can tell you what it's going to feel like already. I better hit it first, though, hadn't I? So I've slightly towed that, but in a decent way. It's a decent shot, and that just feels just beautiful and does that sound. Yeah, yes,
yes please.
Mp20 grain flow forged, that's a yes at the moment. Go on, Dan, what do you think of that?
Yeah, so I had the MP, is it 67s?
Okay.
Is it MP? I don't know if they were MP or TP or whatever, but they were 67s. And this is very similar to that sort of look. It had a bit of a cutting up here as well, which is really, really nice. Yeah, I like the look of that. But it oozes Mizuno, doesn't it? It's everything you'd expect to look down at.
Apart from the JPX range that can get funky, this range just stays really, really true to what it is, and I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but they're one of the companies that had in the heyday the iron out for about 8 to 11 years.
What, one
like
range?
It was 11 and 9s. They just kept, it was just same, because used by every, why change something? And obviously that was in a less competitive era of clubs, back in those days, and I had a set, and so did every good player at some point. Go on, let's see that one.
Yeah, kind of rounded, a little bit more rounded than probably maybe
on the toe end.
Yeah, all the way around. From here it kind of feels like it's a little bit more rounded at the bottom.
I agree.
I'm talking tiny amounts, but a little bit more rounded down here, and then definitely creating that little bit of round, almost pear-shapey, kind of coming from the toe. But absolutely love it. Fin is good as well.
That'll win.
Yeah.
That's a down shot.
But that's the thing for me. I towed it, you fin that.
Yeah.
As blades go, there's like plenty of face down there.
Plenty of face on that.
You're a blade player now, Matt, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
How does that sit in the realms of blades?
Looks good. More curved than what mine are at the bottom, like you guys are talking about. Mine are very straight. I've never used a set of Mizunos.
Have you not?
No, never have. Always, I had Titleist blades and Callaway blades.
There you go.
But yeah, they do look good.
So 6-iron, you're going to hit this full, or or are you going to take some off?
I'm going to cut it a little bit, yeah. I'm guessing the lofts are pretty true.
Yeah, they will be.
That'll be around 31.
But yeah.
Offset similar to what you play, is it?
Yeah, a bit more curve than that as well in the bottom edge.
And what about
that little bit?
Yeah, and what about the top line? Is it thinner or similar?
Yeah, similar. Absolutely.
It's butter knife thin, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, liking the chromy look about it.
I actually think from the toe point with yours, I think that's actually quite similar.
Yeah.
I think it's actually quite a bigger footprint than what you're using in your blades. But I think that I see a lot of Callaway kind of apex bladey in there.
Yeah, just more of this bottom line to the inside bit is slightly more curved. Hit it good.
Yeah.
Didn't cut enough, but felt
sound.
Yeah.
Love that sound.
Yeah, it is a nice sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
But feels very similar to the blades that I've always used, to be honest, and what I would expect from this company.
Bit of tech then, Dan, what we got on?
So we got layers of history, layers of feel in these little ones. This is a strap line that Mizuno are using for the Mp20 range.
Grain flow forged HD, is it?
Yeah, grain flow forged HD, and then you've got a layer of like copper
Okay.
here, and then it's got the nickel plated over the top of that, so they're going for, you know, pure feel right the way through the bag, basically.
Yeah.
So Mizuno saying again, tour ready profile, so lots of players that are contracted by Mizuno and players that are not contracted by Mizuno, saying they absolutely love this style of new MP range.
And probably put their input into that shape in some ways.
Definitely, certainly in the previous MP, so Mp18, Faldo had something to do with that, wasn't he? So I would say that using some of the sort of ideas that he brought into the pot, shall we say, has gone into this one as well. So saying that this is vertically stable as well, so saying that when you strike it in the low point and up all the way up the club face, you're getting a more consistent feel and a consistent strike right the way through the club.
Alright, so they've made it more stable on that.
As well as this way, they've kind of gone up this way as well.
Okay. Got the wedge, hit a few chip shots, see how that feels.
I gotta say,
Oh, that could come back to your feet. That's one of mine.
I gotta say, when I pick up Mizunos, I always look at the wedge because in the past I've seen that their wedge has started to get quite big in profile.
Yeah.
This one straight away, I'm loving this kind of rounded look to it. It's definitely smaller in profile than previous models, so instantly this is like straight in my bag, this one. So another refined top line there, Matt. Yeah. Saying it's the thinnest that Mizuno have produced for a little while.
Okay. I'm seeing that too. That is looking thin. I think this is, you just touched on it, Dan, with the wedge and looking like it. Whenever I bought a set, it had to look good, the wedge.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
This is quite squared to me. Like the top line looks very rigid and straight, not like the teardroppy that you'd normally get from Mizuno.
Okay.
And their wedges and stuff, they're very round and bubbly, aren't they?
I agree, yeah.
But this is quite straight top line and quite a lot of straight edges in my eye there.
So on the pitching wedge from the Mp18 range, I think they shaved off like 0.15 mil. So they just shaved off a little bit more off that top line. Again, they can probably saying that maybe the wedges can start to get a little bit clunky, a little bit bulky on top.
Yeah, I'm sure they want them to blend with,
trying to blend it with their wedges that
specialised wedges.
Yeah, specialised wedges.
Any true test for any company's wedge, isn't it? Me duffing it by my feet. I mean, as I'd expect with this kind of club, like the way you're getting in there close, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
The
very nice.
Not much going on, which is why I wouldn't want much going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want it to be quite basic.
Oh, another good strike. It's coming on, isn't it?
Well, it's there and it's not. That left-handed chip in. I actually am doing a few left-handed practice swings
At home?
Before a shot, just to try and replicate the simplicity of what I was doing with the left-handed club.
So you talk about left-handed in the... This is a good one. So
that's nice, isn't it?
Left-handed, so right-handed set they go from 3-iron to wedge, pretty standard.
Yeah.
But in the left hand they go 5-iron to wedge. They don't give you the option for a 5-iron, a left-handed player to go 4 and 3 irons. They want you to combo into another set, which we'll talk about in
So I presume that's just a business decision for production, unless they've got some personal despise of left-handed.
There's lots of companies that do that now, isn't there?
The wedge is nice. I could keep that in the set. It's quite big. There might be some people who've got specialised wedges and might look at that and think it's quite a lot of face for a wedge. I don't mind that, because it's quite high up here in the toe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it feels like everything else feels good, solid. Is it that one?
I don't know how that
Was it me?
didn't come back down the hill.
It wasn't me, was
Oh, hit that one. Oh, not closest again, am I? Stop.
8 irons, very pretty. Again, I see the rounded, like you're saying, with the front edge.
Yeah. Down the bottom
Slightly
there.
rounded, which I like it, I don't mind it, but it is noticeable compared to others. To be honest with you, it's just like, I mean, this would, if I was gaming Mizuno blades, this would go straight in, just like there would be no, and this was one of those companies where I just trust them not to bugger this one up.
Yeah.
Got the new one. Yeah, if I was a tour player, I got the new one, you want to try it? Yeah, we'll try it, but I'll have it.
Won a lot of majors recently as well, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah. And they're one of those companies, similar to another, which I won't mention,
don't brag about it,
that have a lot of non-contracted people they're not allowed to talk about. I've been on many tour vans and people pop in and that's interesting.
What are you doing
No
here?
one talks about that. does. Look at the height.
Yeah.
That's an 8 iron going exactly what I'd be like, short front left, exactly what I would expect.
Yeah.
145 carry, 8.5 spin, 8 iron. True.
Yeah.
What I want to feel. Again, there's no. Yes, the trust is there, and the trust is there from years and years of them releasing clubs and it doing exactly what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
Slight thin one, bit more on target. So that one's dropping 135, drop 10 off it, 177 spin.
Good numbers those,
For a
aren't they?
fin,
Very
exactly
true.
what I would want. That's my golf all over. Short
Yeah.
right, fine, 2 putts, par. Not impressive, but gets the job done. Little pull, I went for that one a bit more to try and go the top end of my number. Oh, sounds amazing, doesn't
It
it?
does sound good, yeah, it sounds very
It sounds
lady.
like, so that's 151, spinning at 7.4. So I hit that slightly higher on the face, which is why the spin dropped down a little bit more. And we've got dewy grass here as well. But 151, so I'm going 135 to 151. So this is a 150 club for me. I can hit this from 140 to 155.
Yeah.
Exactly, apart from the miss it, which did exactly what I'd expected to do. Do you know what that sound makes me feel like? Makes me feel like Nick bloody Faldo. Well, I remember standing on the range down at St Melian, and that's the sound you hear.
Yeah.
Makes me want to start going like this, look.
And wear different jumpers.
I can see he used to practice.
Like, I mean, Nick's trousers used to get about there by the time he'd finished, wouldn't he? And his his manufacturer should have made like 2-inch longer garments and he pulls them into the right position.
I do love this looking. It's just like moving from the 7 iron into this, where you get more rounded in the 8 iron. This is just so nice and small looking for me.
Sounds
I
good
might have
too.
hold that.
Oh, don't.
Oh no, actually just a bit short.
What did we get on that then?
Numbers?
We got, if you just stop moving that ball down a sec, 149,
Yeah.
spinning at 8.7. It's 8 iron, isn't it?
It's an 8
Yeah.
iron. Bang on.
Amazing, isn't it? That
But-
you can make an 8 iron an 8 iron. Where did we ever change? Why did that never actually had to change? Because an 8 iron is an 8 iron, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all this.
Like that,
this
yeah.
is fault, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Stupid thing.
Yeah.
It's so great in lots of ways, but
Because
not
they
in
wanted an
others.
8 iron to go 10 yards further, or
Yeah.
5 yards further.
Yeah.
and- But what I love about going back to a blade is the fact that I want the ball to finish short. If I'm going to miss hit
Totally,
it,
yeah.
I want it, because there's a lot of golf course short of the green.
Of course.
There's not going to be a lot of golf course behind the green generally when you're playing. So,
I want to see my ball.
yeah, I want to see it come down. Again, slightly thin that time.
numbers.
And there's 143, so I've caught it slightly thin and I've lost a few yards on it.
143 carry, spinning at 7.6.
So I caught it slightly lower and a bit hilly that time, and I want it to finish drop short.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it, you know, when I have had those other irons in the bag where they've gone through the back. That scares me. Something like that, I know exactly what it's going to do.
Grips are nice.
What
aren't
grips
they?
are they? I was
Like
thinking
Cordy.
that Cord Golf Pride.
Z grip.
I was thinking exactly the same, and I know really in a video talking about the club, I talk about the grip is not that important because obviously you put whatever grip you want on it, but the grip is really nice. So we've gone 4 iron. Just show us the 4 iron up in the air there, Matt. Show us the profile of the top of that. I mean, you could shave on it. I mean, I would never game this club. We're going to hit it for fun. And this leads us into the beauty of what their release has done if you watch the other videos, and maybe we should do a compare of all of them in one set of videos. It leads to blending.
Yeah.
The sets they've released, Mp20 upwards, it leads to actually blending, which is what lots of the manufacturers are doing, rather than 3 sets or 2 or whatever that are so different.
Yeah.
They're realizing, I mean, you go on tour ranges, I think I see 1 or 2 players out of everyone who's got one set of irons. They're all blending because they're fitting every week if they want.
Yeah.
Let's hit the 4 iron then. We've got numbers on for the lulls. We put our best man into back.
Yeah, great. You guys hit the 8 and I'll hit the 4.
Matt's hitting the 4 with Callaway on him. It's just only going one way, isn't it? Oh, ripper. That's a really good shot. What are those numbers, Dan?
That should be quite good.
I don't think he got it.
Oh, I didn't get it. No.
You have to hit another one.
I was definitely in the slot.
We're getting pointing a bit more at the sun there, unfortunately.
Oh, that's not happening again, is it? It was definitely green.
Wants him to hit one more. It was a good shot, and it was. Is that it short right? It's one of your 8 eyes.
Pretty much in line with that ball, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Off a downslope too, thanks.
Ball below your feet, downhill lie. It's the ultimate 4-iron test. Yeah, I like that as well. Slightly clean or ripped?
Slightly one groove too low, but...
What numbers we got there?
So you've got 194 carry.
Good number.
Yeah. Spinning at 5.3. Yeah. So that's good.
Because it was a half a groove low.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it's nice.
4-iron spinning, probably at 4.5 on a pure
like
strike.
the sound, don't you? Yeah.
Absolutely pure.
Like even like miss it sound good with blades, don't they?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always think.
Yeah, yeah.
Slightly low, but still sounds.
Yeah, well,
like
that's the hit. I couldn't
rip,
quite tell on the hit. Yeah, very good. Like, I want to play this, and I want to hit it high and land it. I'm not gonna, but I want to, because I then look like the coolest kid in town, don't I? Like, just a 4. I want to do that.
Oh, beautiful. Play off.
But what I'm actually going to do is hit a little rank fin into that tree and then hold my finish so no one notices.
Yeah.
And then we won't look at the numbers because it'll be 172. It's beautiful. Fin, no offset. I'm aiming up the left. This is going to cut probably. I've ripped that.
Oh, he's ripped it.
I have overcut it slightly.
Numbers, Danny boy.
174.
Yeah, that's my 4-iron.
Spinning at
Massive.
6.2.
Yeah, cool. Good high
Good
spin
high
on that,
spin,
isn't it?
yeah. Yeah.
Good high spin.
Like, this club for me is a 185 at max. That's 174 going to Latin. That's going 182 with roll.
Yeah.
Because it is just, it's, you know, my 6-iron and this aren't that far away, I reckon.
It is quite, the old
Yeah.
combo chat that you were talking about a minute ago is quite interesting, because with that 4-iron,
Yeah.
like you said, I want to try and hit it high and cut it in there. Like all my 4-irons with my blades, I'm trying to hit high.
Okay.
Like, and if you put a more chunky one down,
Then that's
I
not...
change.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Like, I'm always trying to hit these blades higher
Yeah.
when I get to these lofts.
I get what you're saying. So then you actually quite like one being a bit more like this? Or...
Yeah, I like the bladiness.
Yeah. I just feel like as soon as you put me in that semi, this is never coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and then I just think, why have a club that I can only hit from a perfect lie on the fairway? Or semi-decent lie. That'll be a fuller shot, less curvature, slight bit more speed possibly. I mean, that's just I can't hit a shot better than that.
Numbers.
181 carry.
Yes, that's...
Spinning at 5.8.
Yeah, it's spinning up there, isn't it?
It's good, yeah.
And 181 to me, that's a 194 iron. Like, that's my top 4-iron really.
Yeah.
Which again, in other makes, or even in this company's makes, in stronger lofted and fatter, I can go down to 5s, and which again where we need to do a combo video. Mp20, could they go in the bag? 100%. And like I said before, they could have gone in the bag before I did any of this.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this company. They bring a club out, it tends to be very honest, very true. Maybe not the biggest marketing budget in the world when it comes to golf, but I think they've got their place, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Could you game it down?
I would love to game these.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely stunning. If I was ever looking at a set of blades, these would be 100% the first things I look at. Mizuno. Definitely. Beautiful. Doesn't get much better than that in my eyes.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I could.
You could have your first set of Mizunos
yeah,
at the tender age of 22.
I just loved it. I bet Mizuno probably have a wall of their blades at their
yeah.
thing, and it would look pretty much the same all the way along. But I love that.
Yeah.
It's just a good club. Why change it? Like, it's good, isn't it?
Like, they say their tagline was whatever it was, layers of what did you call it? Layers of history or something.
Yeah.
I think the
Layers of history,
tagline should just be the 8 iron's a bloody 8 iron.
Yeah.